Hey everyone, it's Al. Thanks for listening to the Cirrus Minute. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from and leave comments and reviews. I always respond to them. We've got a great community growing, so check it out there, and thanks for listening.
It's the month of February 2020, and here's what's up. I was floored when I saw my new SR22 turbo demonstrator airplane. Any final guesses on the color? Check out a new way of driving some purpose into your flying and feeling great about it. And finally, don't leave any knowledge on the table, becoming an expert in the plane that you're flying. This is the Cirrus Minute. I'm Al Waterloo with Cirrus Aircraft, and the best part of my role is helping people grow and lead aviation in Illinois and Wisconsin. With all that fun and excitement, I would be remiss if I didn't share all of that with you, so welcome to the Cirrus Minute. It's an every other week update of events, stories, achievement, and noteworthy ideas here in Illinois and Wisconsin. So I walked in the hangar over the weekend, and bam, there it was. The new SR22 Turbo demonstrator in Aurora Purple, Sterling Silver, and our new leather called Mocha. And my gosh, I was blown away. I was like giggling and cackling like a third grader. It was awesome. I just couldn't believe how well this airplane looked in the hangar. I had a few other people with me too, and their breath was taken away as well. They kept on telling me, "Al, get in the picture, open the doors, let's get a selfie with you, let's do this." And my goodness, there was so much fun and excitement. And when I actually got in the airplane for the first time and pulled it onto the ramp, there was a line person working at the FBO, and they came up and said, "Oh my gosh, this thing is so much fun, and the color is great. I've never seen a plane like that." I've got to really hand it to our design team, and they just absolutely nailed it with these colors. You know, I've already been getting a few text messages from people that have seen the plane in person, and they're coming up with a few nicknames with it. When the doors are open, I've actually heard someone call it the peanut butter jelly airplane with the tan interior and the purple jelly on the outside. Or my favorite is the Joker. Needless to say, it's going to be so much fun running into people on the ramp. It brings out a smile in everyone. And when you see me out there, make sure to stop and say hi. We can even grab a picture of you sitting in the airplane with a thumbs up. Hopefully you're not allergic to new airplane smell, but when you post your picture to social media, make sure to tag me at al.waterloo and give your nickname for this awesome airplane. Well, at the very end of last year, I took a special flight with my friend Edward and his girlfriend Debbie. And they're very involved with an organization called Pilot for Paws, and this is really special. It's a neat way to drive purpose into your flying and create a mission with doing something that feels really good and making a big impact. On this particular flight, we flew the SR-20 down to the Lansing airport, and we were going to meet another Cirrus pilot who was picking up a dog that needed to be moved for emergency surgery up in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. So anyway, we met this other Cirrus pilot down at Lansing, and we did the puppy transfer, and it was the cutest thing on the planet. Ranger, the little German Shepherd puppy, needed some help, and we got him all snuggled and nicely set up in the SR-20 and took off and flew our way to Waukesha. Now, the big impact for me was when we ended up landing, there was a welcome committee for Ranger. Now, there's ways that you can help get involved as well. If you go for pilotsandpaws.org and just look in the show notes, and you'll see a link there. But there's a message board with all different types of animals that need to be transported, and you can help make a difference for them. You know, gone are the days of a scanned POH with a missing page or a crooked copy as that piece of paper went through the scanner. Now you can actually sit down and learn the appropriate way with rich graphic visuals through Cirrus Approach. There was a brand new course that was launched, and I highly suggest you take it. I took it myself on the Cirrus SR systems. And, you know, it's a deep dive into knowing exactly how your airplane works and how things are put together and how it operates so you can make mindful and good decisions while you're operating the airplane on the ground or in the air or caring for it during a maintenance event. Check it out at cirrusapproach.com. There's lots of fun things there. And just in case you miss it, I'll put a link to the SR Systems course in the show notes below. And while you're there, you'll even see a link for the Cirrus Airframe Parachute course, which is absolutely free to anyone. And in the CAPS course, there's 8 lessons individually with over an hour's worth of great video content and how to make decisions and understand why to pull CAPS when you might actually need it. Oh, and before we finally wrap up here, I wanted to share some of the equipment that I carry for winter flying with the SR. I get a lot of questions of what people should carry and how to operate in the cold weather and always be prepared. So here's what I use. I bring a 100-foot extension cord with cowl plugs, and I used to carry a 50-foot, but let me tell you, I've always needed 55 feet, so now we've got a 100-foot, no matter what, to plug in the engine heater overnight. Cowl plugs to keep the engine warm and keep that heat trapped. I have just a little hand sprayer of TKS fluid for the wings or any type of ice that I need to spray off. And if I'm going to be spending the night somewhere, I'm going to bring a yard sprayer of TKS. This is a gallon worth of fluid, and it really helps de-ice the airplane if we've got heavier frost or something that needs a little extra oomph. And then I bring this snow broom. It's actually a snow pusher, and this is really handy if your airplane's parked overnight and there's not enough hangar space at an FBO for you, and it starts to snow. In the morning, you can come out and use this to push the snow off, and it's got a silicone blade to make sure that it doesn't scratch the paint. Don't worry, I'll link to everything below so that you can order your own tools for your own winter flying. Now, my only other strategy would be to try to convince my colleague Nate, also known as Cirrus Florida on Instagram, to switch territories from November till maybe May. What do you think, Nate? Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's update on the Cirrus Minute, and I'll see you around Illinois and Wisconsin. I'm really excited to connect with you. If you have a noteworthy story or an idea, send me an email at awaterloo@cirrusaircraft.com. Do me a favor and share a picture of you doing something with aviation by posting it on Instagram and tagging me at al.waterloo. I'll be sure to comment and share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts from. That way you never miss an update on what's going on in our area. Until next time, I'm Al Waterloo, and this is the Cirrus Minute.